Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about volleyball. Volleyball is an awesome sport. There are two types of volleyball. One beach volleyball, one normal volleyball. The first one, you play with 2 players, and the normal volleyball, you play with 6 players. Okay, let's go on with the science of volleyball. There is applied force, gravity, and air resistance, or drag, or friction. So there are 2 stages in the serve. The first one is that when you're serving and you're still touching the ball, that would be applied force and gravity. And when it's moving through the air, there's air resistance and gravity. For the first one, when you're serving and you're still touching the ball, it is applied force and gravity because you're still applying the force to the ball. And when it's moving through the air, you're not touching the ball anymore, so therefore you are not applying any more force to it. Also, so far, the motion is unbalanced because the ball didn't hit the net or the other team's player because it's still flying through the air. Air resistance, friction, and drag makes the ball slow down when the ball is flying. That is because air resistance is trying to slow it down and push it to the other direction. Friction is also slowing it down, and drag makes it go downwards. Friction is desirable when you dig because when you dig the ball, it doesn't just slip away. Because of friction, you get to dig it to the other side without the ball falling away from your arms right away. If you wear knee pads, is another way friction is desirable. It helps because if you wear knee pads, you will easily get to a place where it's hard to play the ball without falling down. Knee pads kind of opposes the friction so that you can easily and safely slide. It is undesirable when you don't wear knee pads and dive, because your knees sting because of the friction of the gym. The first Newton law says that when you're serving, the ball will stay in motion and keep on flying unless it hits the net or the other teams, or it hits the ground, which is an unbalanced force. When you are blocking, whenever someone is spiking, digging, or anything other with the ball, it will keep on going unless the other teammates block it. If you block the ball changes direction, going to the opposite side. In volleyball, the harder you hit the ball, the faster it will go whatever direction you hit it. Also, the ball won't go over the net unless you hit it hard enough. If you hit the ball too hard, it will go out of bounds. Also, a lighter ball will go faster, and a faster will then a heavier ball. Whenever you're spiking the ball, it goes faster and faster until the ball hits the floor or a player. Whenever you smash a ball, the equal reaction is when the ball hits the ground, and the opposite reaction is when someone receives the ball. Here's a video of me setting. So what I did was that I'm that stickman right down on the left corner, and the ball is right on top of my head. It goes 250 centimeters up, then it drops down 100 centimeters, then it goes up again 140 centimeters, and it drops 170 centimeters. Since we're trying to find the distance, we have to count all of those numbers together. So 250 plus 100 plus 140 plus 170 is equal to 660 centimeters. So that would be our distance. And now we have to find out the time. To find out the time, we have to take the final velocity minus initial velocity. So that would be 4.5 seconds minus 0.8 seconds equals 3.757 seconds. From that, we can use our triangle. We know that distance is equal to 660, time is equal to 3.7 seconds. So that means we will divide 660 by 37 and we will get the speed. Therefore, the average speed of me setting will be around 178.49. Here's my graph. As you can see that at the beginning I throw it up, then it goes down, and then I set it up, and then I catch it. It would be a lot more slower because of gravity. Less gravity equals less weight equals less force equals m times f. Therefore, it is less mass slash force. There is less mass slash force. And also, you wouldn't need as much force as you need. And for example, if there's no air, right? There's no air on the moon. There wouldn't be any air resistance. That means it would just keep going the same direction, unless an unbalanced force hits it. Originally, the game was played with a bladder from a basketball, but that was too light. Even before that, they played with a basketball. They made 3 layers to make this ball. The first one was a latex bladder made from material like bicycle tire. Second one was cheesecloth material around the bladder. And the third was a leather outlet layer.